Hello everyone. This is Denise with Artist at Work, and today I have to work on something different, okay? Now, the story is that when you're an artist, a lot of times you're working on one thing and something else will come up and you're asked to help out or do something else and donate things sometimes. So, in this case, I am downstairs in my painting studio and I have to do something else. And I have worked on this painting a while back. Okay, I'm going to show this to you right now. We're going to zoom down over to it. Okay, show this to you. And a while back, what happens with artists is you get calls for online or through the Arts Council or the Guild, and they'll ask for special work that they're looking for special places. And a while back, like last year, there was a call for paintings that you would want to put into the hospital, and I guess this was for the hospital. So when I called up, though, they said no, that was just their group was just doing it. So I didn't understand why they called for artists when they didn't need them. But anyway, so I got inspired and said, oh, I'll do this painting, and all these visions started coming to my mind, which you know how that is for me. And I'm going to zoom back just a little so you can see this full painting. There you go. I think that's better. And so I decided to start this painting. But then when I found out there wasn't going to be anything for it, which happens a lot probably with other artists, you set it aside and go, well, I don't have to really work on it right now. It's not a hurry or nothing. So I set this painting aside, not knowing what I was going to do with it. And I said, well, someday something will come up. So the other day, my friend Joan, who's a well-known artist here in town, Joan Blackwell, called me up and said, hey, would you like to donate something for, now this is for the fair. We have an agricultural county fair here in Lumberton, and it's next week, starts next week. And she said, would you like to donate something for being sponsored by the Farm Bureau for mental health awareness? And I had another painting in mind, but then I got thinking about it and I said, oh, I have this painting started that's nobody's seen. And I said, I really like to, maybe I could start working on it again. Now I have only till the 25th. Today's 18th, and I have till the 25th to bring it. So I'm going to start working on it right now in front of you. And these little angels right here in the picture, in my painting, I had dreams about them. And I already had painted them, but didn't realize, because I had set the painting aside for a while, that I had put these angels into the picture, and then I had dreams about them. So I came back and looked at the painting one day, and I'm like, oh, those were the angels I dreamt about in my dream. So the thing is that I don't know if you can see it on film or not, but I'm going to bring the light down a little better here. I've got the door open today. It's a beautiful day and the sun's shining in and lets a lot of light in here, so I'm really enjoying it. And I can use all the solar I want to run my art room today, because this art room, my painting studio art room, is in this outside, almost in the garage. So it runs on solar. So, all right. So back to this painting and mental health awareness. I thought, since it was gonna be used, might be used for a hospital, which nothing's set in stone when you're an artist. I could use this for mental awareness. So I'm gonna start working on it. Now today, I'm not gonna use a normal paintbrush, okay? I am using what's called oil paint sticks. This painting is in oil. And oil takes a lot of time and effort to layer and get things going. So, and another thing about these oil paint sticks I really like is that they come in metallic colors, okay? You can see that. But this is like a metallic-y copper. There's a metallic-y green and like that. So, and the thing about these oil paint sticks is that you really need a good ventilated area because they smell, and they're also patched over. They patch themselves over. So you need something sharp, which I'm going to try to find my palette knife here. You need a good metal. I need a good metal sharp palette knife because these oil paint sticks get patched over with the paint dries. So you have to take something sharp and you have to scrape off the top and some of the sides. That's just how they work. That way they store by themselves and you don't have to worry about resealing them and stuff. So here's the whole paint stick, and they come in a sleeve, and you have to kind of hold on to them, and they get quite messy, you guys, quite messy. So I'm just going to take my palette knife here and scrape down the sides and get this prepared. Hold on just a sec. So, and I don't really know where I'm going with this picture. I have all this on, and I know I want it more brighter. So up here on the sun part, I'm going to be adding on. And the more you use these paint sticks, the more color comes out of them. And I don't mind if this looks a little rough, okay? Because I'm not even sure. I just want this effect. And now that I've put the paint down with a brush, I'm going to change the look of it with the oil paint sticks. Which this looks a little dry. Now the more you rub with these sticks, the more paint comes out of them. And you do have to keep working with them. It's not an easy thing. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about mental awareness. And disclaimer, I'm not no expert at it or nothing. I'm only talking about people I knew or experiences I've had with it, with mental awareness, or things that I wasn't aware of. So, mental awareness, you know, this is just my view. I've had problems with stuff like that because I've known people who had sicknesses that were because of the brain, chemicals in the brain weren't functioning right. And another thing that happens is that sometimes you're sick and don't know it. And your mental awareness gets compromised because you're sick and you don't know. Like, I found out I had diabetes type 2, okay? And while I had found out I had that, when you have diabetes, when you're sick and you don't know it, it makes you feel jittery. It makes you feel tired. It makes you feel, sorry about that, I keep hitting this. It just makes you feel things that you don't know why you're feeling. And sorry about that, I'm distracted because there's work going on down our road, and people keep coming and turning around in my driveway and stuff. That's kind of distracting when you're trying to work. But there's signs up, but people still are curious if maybe they could still come down the road, you know. Okay, so losing my train of thought. So mental awareness can come from stuff like that. You feel jittery, you feel like something's off, you know, and you don't know why, and you, when you go out, sometimes you don't want to go out, you don't want to get up off the couch, you just can't think straight because your body's not functioning right, your brain's not functioning right because everything's out of whack. So mental health can come in different forms like that. Things just don't feel right anymore. You say things to people you don't even know you're saying because you don't even know where those emotions are coming from. Sometimes I've seen friends who get so saddened by someone's death that they aren't functioning right anymore. And you can kind of tell. I mean, and you don't know what to do for them. You know, you don't know what to say or suggest. So it's good to have these programs to help people. There's mental health places that people can go. I did not know that you could talk to somebody like that. Another thing about when I had diabetes, there was a terrible accident out front of our house one night. And being sick when I did not know it, that accident, even though I was not involved in it, it was something that happened in front of my house. And I couldn't sleep. And it was just awful and tragic thing. And it went on for days. I just was like, it was like your mind goes to a different realm. And you like pop out of your brain for a minute. And you're like, it's not something you're used to seeing or doing or feeling. And it affects you. It affects you. It affects everybody around you. Sometimes people don't know how to handle it. So they can't help you because they don't know what's going on with you. You don't know what's going on with you. And then all of a sudden you're looking in a doctor's face, and then they're asking you if you need help. And you're saying yes because you don't know what's going on. And it's all because you had this diabetes, and it was, making you feel really off. Now all of a sudden, they're asking you if you want to go talk to a psychiatrist. because there's, you're not acting right and thinking right. And come to find out, it's diabetes. And as soon as you get the insulin you need, as soon as you get the medicines you need, guess what? Everything that you were feeling goes away and you feel better. Now, I've known people in my family, like people my family married to, that had sicknesses, and they changed into different people. That's really severe mental health problems. And you have to remember, you have to tell yourself, this person's sick. It's not something they want to do. It's something that they can't really control. So there's sicknesses like that too. Okay. So I've got some sun going on here with the light behind it, and I'm working on her dress to try to get it more to look like fabric. And I need to get some white out. Okay. So, anyways, I'm hoping that this painting is going to make some revenue for people with mental illness. Because, like I said, when somebody dies in your life, it makes mental illness. When you're sick and don't know it, other sicknesses that aren't considered mental health can cause you mental health problems and you don't know it. And, we just have to remember, and like this painting, I have her as a little girl holding a teddy bear, because in life we all start out as children. We have to remember that we were children once, and then as we grow up, we grow and we change, and sometimes things affect us where also, like people who are homeless, that's sometimes mental health issues or when they get on drugs and stuff, there's mental health issues there, because the drugs take over and now you're not thinking clearly anymore. That's mental health issues also. I think you all might agree. I mean, I don't know, it's just my opinion. But, and then you become homeless, let's say. That's a real scary situation. And you don't know how to get out of it, and you don't know why you're there, and you don't know what's happened to make you become this life, Oh, I'm really liking that sun now. It's really starting to glow onto her. And I want to put some yellow around her, or some white here. There we go. I want to make her seem like the auras are coming off her. And I want to put a little yellow in here too. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's let her shine. Yes. Okay, I'm really liking that. Now, I'm going to get out a black color. I think this is black. I just gotta find the black color now. I think this is black. Okay. So I have a lot of colored oil paint sticks here. And I just got to scrape off the tops here as we go. I didn't just want to sit here and paint. I thought we could talk about mental awareness, mental health issues, and maybe help promote or help someone who's having those feelings. It's very scary not to feel right, not to know. Maybe some people with mental health conditions don't even know they're even like that. I'm sure there's people out there like that. But I was saying, you got to remember, we all start off as children, and sometimes there's people in your life that cause that pain. And it sets into your mind, deeply into your mind, and you get withdrawals from that, from people. Yeah, I used to have an aunt who was very vengeful and angry, and would fly off the handle and hit people. And you never know when it was going to switch on. All you had to do is say the wrong thing. It seemed like every time you were saying something, it was the wrong thing with her. But she affected me a long time in my life. There was many cases I would not even let people that knew this person around me, because I would have to be near that person, and I wouldn't even let those people into my life because they knew them, and I would have to, if I was with that person, I would have to be near or involved with them, and I wasn't gonna do that. So it can really affect you when other people are not very nice, and they have mental illness, and you don't know what's going on. So and then you have to remember that too, that they might be really sick, never been diagnosed, because they hide it so well. Sometimes people have it from Alzheimer's. Some people have mental illness from Alzheimer's. They don't know what they're doing or thinking anymore. Recently had a family member who had Alzheimer's, and sometimes they just stop talking and they stop communicating altogether, and that affects them, but it also affects you, because you want to be with them so badly. You want to talk to them again. There goes Zippy past my house again. These people in these big trucks, and then they got to zoom down the street. I don't know. So where were we? Oh yeah. So, when you're the person experiencing the pain of not being able to talk to that family member anymore, that hurts, and that causes mental issues with you, because you it makes you suffer too. Now, in the past, when I used to work, I was a saleswoman. We used to own a bakery, and I remember one time this lady came in and she was really being very bossy and nasty to me. And I said to myself, something going on with this lady, and I really need to ask her what's happening. Are you okay? And I did. I asked her, I said, are you okay? Is something going on where you're having a lot of problems, or do you need to talk to somebody? What's going on? And a lot of times when I asked people that, they would say, yes, I'm taking care of my elderly parent, and it's very frustrating, and I'm tired, and I'm really upset because it's really hard to be, once you're the daughter, it's hard to be the parent now. It's hard to have to take care of them, and you have to stop your whole life to take care of them, and think about the mental health of that situation. Think about how they have to stop their life, now become the parent to to your mother or your father, for that matter. I know people that are still taking care of their elderly parents who have to work all the time and take care of them, and so a lot of mental health goes on with that. So I'm so glad we're having this discussion. And I'm painting this painting for this reason. Wow, I'm really liking that, you guys. And okay, what I need to do now is find some sky blue. So, like I said, I'm so glad I let this painting sit here for a while, a long while. And I told myself someday something will come up and I'll need it. And today's that day. Like I told my friend, I will try to finish it for the 25th. And I like to use all different kinds of mediums. And I like oil paints. I like acrylic paints. I like watercolor paints. I like watercolor crayons. I mean, I don't limit myself at all because it's just the way I think about it. I just can't. Why should I limit myself? I mean, yeah, I might not be the best painter, or, I might not be the best anything that I know of. And, but I'm going to try everything I'm capable of doing. And that's what I'm going to do. I want to try all kinds of stuff. I want to try new stuff. I want to have fun. I want to have fun with it. There we go. Oh, I like how that affects. I took this cloth and I put the paint on, and then I smoothed it out. And that took out some of my lines. Because I use a gesso. Underneath, and this is on hardboard. And that's what I love to paint on, because I can press. I can do whatever I want with it. And, yeah. And I don't have to worry about it getting poked or the canvas getting broken or ripped. Yeah. There we go. I'm just trying to get effect of the little angels here, kind of shimmering, kind of hovering up there. And by doing this, I'm trying to get like you would see lights and darks around them. A little shadow, I guess you would call it. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, you like that effect. Okay. Wow, what fun I'm having. Okay. And yeah, so this mental health thing is important to me. It's important to talk about, to make a discussion about, to discuss, because, like I said, some people who get it don't know they have it. Sometimes you're born with it. Sometimes you have evil people in your life who affect you. And you can't blame them, because they don't know why they're the way they are. I'm sure that they think about it in their life. They think, why am I like this? Or maybe they don't. I don't know. But oh wow, you guys, this metallic blue is making this painting so beautiful. It's giving it such a nice shine. And when the light changes, what I love about metallics and pearlescent paints and glitter glues and all that is that when the light changes during the day, during the night, the painting changes, becomes more, it becomes different. Let's see if I can take a little of this out. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. That's a little better. I'm really loving my cloudstone here. They have a little yellow to them, and it really looks cloudy and lovely, like she's in heaven up there holding this teddy bear that just came to heaven, or you know, she's maybe bringing this teddy bear up to heaven for the people with mental illness, with the awareness. And let's see how I like this little shadow here. Little shadow. Let's make those wings flutter a little. Okay. Let's soften all of this. Let's soften it up a little. And the thing I love about my art is, I think I talked about it in one of the other videos I did, that what art does for me is takes me away from the TV. It takes me away from all the terrible things that are going on in the world that you see on TV that affects our life every day, the terrible things that are going on. And it helps my mental awareness, my mental health, by getting away from it all, by picking up a paintbrush, a marker, you know, going for a walk even helps your mental awareness. And so that's what this does. This art does for me. So I'm just gonna put a bow in here because I think she needs a bow. There we go. Here's a bow. I'm gonna get my black out and trim it out. And these paint sticks kind of like drawing. You're really not, it's not just painting. As you see, you can blend them. You can you can use your brush with these. You can blend everything in with your brushes. You can overlap with these paints. I can go over a color if I want to. The way I found these paints was I was watching a video online. I think it was a video. It might have been a video. It was years and years ago. And the guy was talking, and while he was painting, and he was just showing how he was using these, and it was amazing, and it just inspired me to try to get some. And at that time, they were reasonably, I guess they weren't reasonably priced. They're very expensive. There we go. There's a bow. There's a bow. I like that. Yeah. There's a bow. Get the red out. So you can go right over them with this paint. I love this paint because it gives you a different texture to your picture. But you can still smooth it out. And I definitely want that sash to be darker, because usually sashes on a dress are darker. And this picture came from the idea from this picture. Okay, I've had it sitting here for a long time. And I think this was just like a photograph. I'm not sure if it was AI generated or what. But that's where this idea came from, this. And help looking at that picture right now, I need to make some light in her hair. I'll take the yellow here and just put a little lighter in her hair. Some light shining in her hair. There we go. And I've got some metallic gold here. If you're an artist and don't know where to go or what, how to connect your life to these kind of things, you should join a guild in your area or arts council, or ask Google in your area where things are for your art. Because like a lot of my friends have art degrees and stuff, and I do not. I don't have no art degree. I never went to art school, but they do. So that gives you connections. But the art guild, you don't. It can help you connect, and it can help you connect with those people who have art degrees and stuff, and they might help you and guide you. I know I have a lot of friends who are willing to help me with technical stuff that I don't know anything about. I really like writing things and stuff. Thank God for computers nowadays to help me with words and things. At least they have correct. It has a correctional thing to correct you. So, okay. So, I think I need to make this part a little whiter. So, I'm going to extend out her. I'm going to extend her neckline over. Here. There we go. And extend it up. And there's something wrong here with her sash. So I think I'm going to bring her hair down. Going to get that color I was just using. And I'm going to make her hair go down longer here. Even though I really like how her hair looks right now, I need to get rid of this bump. Pretty. Another thing about having diabetes was that I always had this anxiety, and I sometimes watch videos and I hear other people talking about the anxiety they got. Oh my gosh, the anxiety is terrible. It before I found out I had it, before I had the diabetes, the anxiety would make you so you just felt like you couldn't do anything. I mean, just putting on clothes was an effort. Anxiety like that. And then whenever you went out, you just felt funny, and you went to talk to people, and my thoughts were really quick. Somebody would tell me something and be like, I already got that. Okay, move on to the next thing. And your mind moves really quickly. Well, mine did anyway. It was very quickly, and I felt like I was going fast. And when you were talking to people, they were like, okay, I need to shut this lady off. I can't stand here with her anymore because she just keeps going on, and that's enough, and they notice it. They notice it's going on with you, but you don't notice it, and you don't know why people are shrugging you off, or they're not saying anything. They're just noticing something's going on, and they don't realize you're having anxiety. You tell them, I have this anxiety. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know what to do. It's just not, you keep going to the doctors. And you're telling them, well, I get anxiety. Well, it's all of a sudden a mental issue, and yeah. So, I went to a clinic for a while for regular health care. And I just felt like a number there for a long time, because they were just like, okay, come on in, let's talk for 15 minutes. How are you feeling? You want to do your test? And then, I didn't always do the tests because the tests I didn't have insurance at the time. And, it was quite expensive. Plus, it was like $80 to get in to see the clinic doctor, okay? And then when you get home afterwards, the hospital was getting a kickback for me going there. So it'd be $80 plus another couple $100. And based on what you got done, if you had any blood work done, that was another $200 or $300. So you're talking an office visit was $600 each time. Or and I wasn't going like every 6 months. I'd have to wait a whole year to save up that kind of money to go to the doctor. So sometimes testing for your blood sugar and stuff, I think was a norm, but they weren't catching it. And I ended up in the hospital for 3 or 4 days when I found out I had it, because my heart started racing after I was doing something and I pulled something really hard, and all of a sudden something went twang in my system, and it ended up in the emergency room because my heart rate was raising for 3 full days. 3 full days heart rate was racing, and I didn't know what was going on. I told my husband, we got to go to the hospital, something's wrong. So I really didn't expect to get admitted, but as soon as they talked to me for a few minutes, they said, we're admitting you. I'm like, what? And so after all that happened, started taking my insulin shots, I started taking my medications, I lost a lot of weight, which I'm gaining now, and all of a sudden I noticed, no more anxiety. What's going on? It's kind of gone away. It's kind of like, I'm not having it anymore. And I feel good again. I can get up. I can go out. I can do things that I haven't felt like doing for maybe 4 years. I'm talking 4 years. And I just thought, well, it's just I'm getting old, and it's just going to be part of my life now, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm just an old lady. You know what, you guys, this sash, I have this white underneath it, and I don't know why. All I know is that I think the sash should be down here more on her waist, and this should be part more of her shoulder or arm. So I'm going to change all that. I shouldn't have put that white on there now, because now I've got to change all that. But I'm going to take this line out right here. And this is what you do when you're an artist. You just change things. If you don't like it, change it. And that's just what I'm going to do right now. So I'm just going to make this part her dress, and I'm going to make this her sash. And I'm going to bring her arm down more here. There we go. Oh, I like that better. And let's bring it up here. So I don't like it. I'm changing it. I'm going to make her arm a little thicker. Bring it down. There we go. That's better. Now, what I'm going to do is make some lines here that are going to go with the dress. Let's see how I like that. Maybe what I'll do is make the sash bigger. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. Make this sash bigger. Because that's supposed to go with the bow. Okay, let's see if we can fix this up. because there's no rules on how I want to make this painting. I'm just going to make it the way I want it. And change whatever I want to change. Okay. Okay, so I'll bring this sash up. Make it white. Got to cut my edges here. So back to the mental health thing, because we're talking about mental health while I paint here. And so like I said, I was feeling all this anxiety, didn't understand why, all that time, and it's like, I say diabetes actually saved my life, because without it, I would not have known. I kept falling through the cracks for insurance reasons, because I was self-employed for 30 years. And that doesn't do much for you if you're not making that kind of self-employment, big money. No, we weren't. We were making just enough to live on, just to get by. And alright, let me see. So that makes me think here, back to the painting, is its bow is not low enough. Make the bow bigger. There we go. Maybe we'll try the bow bigger. And now I'll bring it down. There we go. I'm going to bring it down. No fear, you guys, no fear. You just keep trying stuff till you decide you like it. And this is all part of painting, being an artist. You get to decide. Alright, I think that's better. And where's my white? Oh, here it is. I'm losing my white. Okay, I lose my stuff. Alright, I'm going to bring this up here a little bit. So there's the sash. There's the sash. I think that's making a little more sense to me now. Okay, we are going on an hour now. Painting. Bring in the line. Make a line for the bow. Better. Actually, you know what, you guys, I have some silver. I have some metallic silver here. And I'm feeling like that sash. Now I'm going to try silver, but I might try gold after. This is not silver, this is purple. I know I have silver. Hold on, I gotta find my silver. Oops. Don't lose anything now. Okay, let me find the silver. No, I have silver. Either that or gold. But I'm going to try the silver first. Wow. Sometimes you just have these little mind things go off in your head and you're like, wow, wouldn't that... See, now that's a fun thing about being an artist, because like I said, you can change things. You can come up with whatever idea you want. I do not limit myself. Like I said, I'm not going to limit myself. And that goes for everything with my paintings, with my boxes, whatever I'm making at the time. If I know I can do it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it. Now, not everything I try goes well for me. But sometimes those things you try, those skills that you try out, might come in handy some other time when you need them. Okay, let's see how this looks. Let me bring in the silver because I want that shiny ribbon look to the sash that I'm having her wear. I want shiny. I want silver. And I can just imagine a little girl like this with a silver sash on her dress. Yeah. And the only thing about it is that I think it's a little too big. There we go. Make her sash go over here. Extend it. Yeah, I'm getting there. I think I can make it a little thinner. I'm just going to I'm going to make this line make her sash a little thinner. Yeah. I'm feeling it. Oh, that's not my black. I need my black. All right. Just trying to find the black. Oh, you know what? I have my black right here. I think it got red on it. Yeah, here it is. Okay, I need the black. So I'll make the sash come down. Okay. A little straighter, please. Okay. Let's get that red in there. Okay, let's get this red. Yeah, here's where I get to the point where I got to stop fussing and just decide on something. Okay. I'm seeing this line. It's making the bow look more fabricy. Oh yeah, yeah, like that. Okay. Now I just want to accentuate this section here. There we go. Yeah. And bring his paw back here. Yeah. There we go. Now, had time, a little time for the section up here to dry. Makes more white in here. And I'll have to probably wait till tomorrow to get that right. I'm almost tempted to put some silver. I am tempted. I'm tempted. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed about me, but I like to stay in a happy state of mind most of the time. I just choose that. Now, I feel you have two choices in life, and I think I've talked about this before. Oh yeah, that kind of blends. Okay, so you have a choice to be mean and grumpy and angry and treat people like crap, and you have that choice. because of stuff that happened to you. Now you're going to do it to other people. But you also have the choice to let all that go and say to yourself, do I really want to be that person? Do I want to be that mean person who treats people like crap all day? Who's I don't have to put up with those rules. I don't have to be nice. Or you have a choice to be nice and happy. Be happy. I could have turned out a very angry person in my life. I had choice. I could have been angry all the time. I could have decided to, not, what's the word? You decide to be happy because you have a choice. You have a choice to be happy or sad or angry or mean or, whatever. You have to tell yourself, am I going to be better than that person was? I want to be better than that person was that treated me mean or like crap my whole life. You have to tell yourself, you have to say, I am not going to do that. I am not going to be that person. I'm going to have to tell myself to get out of that train of thought, to be better than that person was to me. Instead of going, oh, I'm going to be mean and hateful and I'm going to do things to other people because I wasn't treated well when I was little. I wasn't, I had, grown-ups doing bad things to me. Now I'm going to do bad things to other people. No, you have to tell yourself, I want to be better than that. That's all part of mental health. You have to be stronger than they were. You have to be stronger. Let's put it that way. You have to be stronger than they were, and you have to tell yourself, I'm better than that. I can be better than that. And no matter how many times somebody steps on you, you're going to get back up. You're going to get back up and you're going to say, I am going to be above it. I am not going to let them beat me down. I'm going to turn around and show them I can be better than them. Instead of taking the angry route and saying, well, I'm going to go shoot somebody today because I did not agree with them and now I hate them and I learned in life from my parents or whoever was treating me mean, or not parents in general, but you know what I mean. Instead of the person who treated you unfairly, unkind, I'm going to say, I am going to be above that. I am going to turn around and leave all that in the past. That's what I'm saying. You take it above yourself and you say, I'm going to leave that in the past and I'm going to walk away from that, and I'm going to, it's like this. You can sit down and write a list. The things you're good at, okay? And you can write a list of the things that they did to you. And then you can say with that list, I am going to take this bad thing out of my life scribble it out and say, not happening. I'm not going to do it to the next person in my life. I'm not going to spread that. It's like you're spreading that. I'm not going to spread that evilness, that unkindness, that hatefulness to anyone else. I'm going to say, I'm better than that. I'm a better person because I've decided not to allow that in my life. That's what I did. Because you can go the other way. And once you go the other way, it's up to you. It's up to you to stop it. It's up to you to say, I'm not having that. I'm just not gonna let that beat me down. No. You have to get past it. You have to forgive them. I know that's hard to do. It's hard to forgive someone who is evil and mean to you. But you don't have to talk to them anymore. You don't have to have them in your life anymore just because you decided not to, decided this. You just go forward and leave it. I'll tell you, you feel a lot better. And if they want you back in their life, if they change and try, if they try to get better, then maybe you can think about later changing that. But you have to do it. It's up to you to not wallow in it. It's up to you to take it upon yourself to say, I'm done. I'm going on with my life. I'm going to make my life happier. And the next time when you do that, you will be amazed how wonderful it feels to feel that relief. I feel it just even talking to you right now. I feel that relief. Okay, so I am loving what I've got done here today. And now it's time to take a break and step away. So I'm going to get up out of my chair. I'm going to get away from this painting, just like you should get away from those people that are causing you pain in your life. Get away from them. Walk away. You may be afraid, but God should help you, lead you. You'll have to follow the signs, but they'll be there. Now I'm going to get up and walk away for a minute and see how I like the changes I've made in this picture. And here I go. So one thing my aunt taught me, oh wow. One thing my aunt taught me was to get up and walk away from your painting and step far back and see how it looks. Now usually at this time I will take it outside. So for a minute, you guys, I'm going to pick up my painting and take it outside in the light and see and look from far away. And that usually helps me see if there's any other changes I want to make to this picture. So for right now, I'm going to do that also. I'm really loving what I'm seeing here right now. I really like it. I need your comments to let me know what you think about the changes I made to this painting. And if you want to comment on what I've been talking about, and I hope you don't mind, disclaimer, I'm not a professional about it. I'm just talking about life experiences and how I'm trying to help people do maybe how to feel about it, how to work it out, I'll be right back. Okay, you guys. I'm back, and I'm loving what I've done here right now. The only thing I noticed is that around her aura here, I don't like, there's one little section here I don't like, right here. I'm going to smudge that out. Try to take off as much as I can from here. And bring it around. Okay. And get some more blue. I'm going to put some blue in here. And I think I'm going to throw some blue rays in here. Yeah, because I feel it needs a little darkness behind there. I had that just the way I wanted it, but this, I didn't like the unevenness there. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I think we got it again. Yeah. One more aura. Yeah. Okay, so now around her face, I need some brown around her face. So I'm going to go with this brown. And it's going on like an hour and 35 minutes so far here, which I have to edit some of this out, so it won't be that long, but getting long. And I plan, if I don't get what I want from this painting, I plan on working on it till at least 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I don't even know what time it is right now. Oh, I think it's, oh, my clock stopped out here. It needs a new battery. I haven't been out here so long and working. Okay, so what I want to do is make a line in here for her face. And there we go. That's what I wanted, a little darker around her face. I still need to fix up her face some. I will probably want to do that with brushes. Oops. Oh, there goes the mailman. Yeah, the work they're doing on our road out here is even interrupting the mail. So you guys, I had some exciting news, and very happy and excited about it. Just can't believe it happened. But there's a new civic center, Carolina Civic Center in our area, in our downtown here in Lumberton, North Carolina, and they are building this whole huge, humongous civic center, and the manager over there has decided to purchase some paintings for the civic center. And I'm telling you, Lumberton, North Carolina is becoming one of the most wonderful downtowns for art. We're gonna have it all. I'm telling you, we're having all kinds of. We have the Arts Council. We have the Arts Council. We have the Guild. We have the Inner Peace. They're rebuilding there, and the Inner Peace used to have their art area upstairs in the building, and I think they purchased a building, and now they're moving the whole art floor, the whole, what do you call it, the exhibiting floor downstairs. And oh wow, is it beautiful that they have they're going to be doing this. It's going to get, their downstairs flooring is amazing. So we have that. We have thrift stores downtown. The Lumberton downtown is totally changing for the better. Us artists can go there and show our art, but the Civic Center is purchasing, as I was saying, they're purchasing art. And they purchased one of my paintings from the show that I showed my work in just recently there. My painting was called Happy Heavenly Garden, I believe it was called. And they are going to be displaying my picture over there with 11 other artists that were chosen from the art field. They were 12 by 12 paintings. It was a 12 by 12 picture show, painting show. Every painting had to be 12 by 12, and they chose mine. So I'm so excited because people are going to see my work every time they go in there. And for an artist, that's a wonderful thing. You just can't understand how good that makes you feel. Now, at Adilio's restaurant downtown, I have 3 artworks that he purchased from me quite a few years ago, okay? And he has them on display there, and we want to give Adilio's credit for, he loves art, the guy who owns it. And he gives the artists the opportunity to display their work there. And when you go in, you'll see paintings all over the walls. It's just so much fun. And, you know, it brightens up the place. It shows his appreciation for it. And you'll see my work. Okay? So sometimes nothing happens with your artwork. Sometimes you sit there and go, I don't think anything's ever gonna sell, because we don't sell that much usually as artists, unless you're really famous and you do paintings that are, no offense to any of my friends who do paintings that are like from that wall to that wall. I mean, they're talking 4, 5, 6 foot paintings, which I could do if I want to, but and those are the kind of paintings I think a lot of times, now not all the time, because my paintings were in the Raleigh Museum of what is it called? I forget my words. But contemporary. Yeah, my two of my paintings were chosen for that show for a contemporary art exhibit over there. It didn't sell, but it was an honor to have my paintings chosen by a judge, to have my paintings sent over there. So just to have them exhibited somewhere where somebody can see them, that's like, it's such an honor. It's so nice. For people to see your work. So we take a lot of time. This takes a lot of time and effort, and we have a lot of fun doing our work, our artwork though. And art means a lot to us, you know. It means, like I said, art sends love to the world. And I mean that when I say it, because it does. It sends emotions. Okay. So, I think that's it for today, you guys. I'm working a long time here, and I want to let some of this dry now. I won't be able to work on it tomorrow because tomorrow I am going to go help a friend organize some stuff. And I'm going to be over there visiting her all day long. So, once again, you guys, this is Denise with Artists at Work, and art sends love to the world. I hope you like my art. I hope you don't mind my discussion today about mental health. And I'm really hoping that when I enter this painting into the auction, it helps generate a lot of money for the people with mental health. And I believe it's being sponsored by the Farm Bureau in Lumberton, North Carolina. So, God bless. Thank you. And remember, don't let the dark into your heart. Turn it around and send the happiness there. Leave the darkness behind, because that darkness is not going to do you any good. It's not going to do you any good. I love you all. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.